I got a question for all you bozos and homies out there. Do you think you're garbage? Well, come find out. The boys are about to hit the road for that Back on the Block tour. We're starting out there on the left coast, baby.
Yeah, we got San Francisco, Portland, Seattle, Brea. Then we got Burlington, Vermont, Boston, Massachusetts, Atlanta, Charlotte, Raleigh, Richmond, Baltimore, Philadelphia at the Met, Rochester, Toronto. Guys, get your tickets now. These will sell out. We love you. They'll see you on the road.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Hey, everybody out there, and welcome back to everybody's favorite podcast. This is Are You Garbage?
Oh, yeah.
It's that little show we sit down with your favorite comedians, and we find out if they're good to be classy,
Yeah.
or if they're just a big old piece of trash.
Trash.
I'm your host, H. Foley, coming at you on a beautiful day. We're out back here at Tootie's in the new edition. She just got back from the pet store.
Okay.
Got a piranha.
Okay.
Gonna show me later. Pretty sick, huh? Got a Chinese star. My co-host is coming at you from right next to me. He is the CEO of Are You Garbage. He is an international businessman and my best pal in the whole wide world, and I love him. Give it up for KJ, Kevin James Ryan, everybody.
What up, gang? Shout out to you. Thanks for tuning in. As always, please make sure you rate, view, subscribe on iTunes. Full video available on YouTube. Full video available over there on Spotify. And the boys are climbing the charts. And then, obviously, the greatest website of all time, www.patreon.com/areyouGarbage. Love that money, gang.
Gang, we couldn't be more excited to have our incredibly, and I mean incredibly special guest here with us today for the first time. He is a very funny, very successful stand-up comedian, actor, producer, and writer, and you might have seen him in, but not limited to. You got Ugly Americans, you got Life as We Know It, The 5-Year Engagement, Bad Milo, Veep, Burning Love, Sex Tape, Franklin and Bash, Broad City, Hot Tub Time Machine 2, The Kroll Show, Inside Amy Schumer, Community, Adventure Time, Brother Nature, of course, The Big Sick, Academy Award nominated. You got Portlandia, 53 episodes of Silicon Valley. Cha-ching. How you doing? The Eternals, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, Poker Face, Bob's Burgers. You got the Colbert Report. You got the Tonight Show, Seth Meyers, Smartless, Jimmy Kimmel, After Midnight. Good Morning America. Look out. Here we go. And he's got a brand new special coming out in December over there on Hulu. Give it up for Kumail Nanjiani, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's go. Look at him. Rolled in here solo like a fucking Jedi, too. We didn't even hear him come in.
Well, what did you expect?
I don't know. Some goons, some muscle.
He thinks if you've been to L.A., you roll with a T. He thinks it's like Entourage.
Somebody doing the hair. I don't know. Somebody holding a protein shake or something.
My life guru was busy today. A lot of that going on.
Sure. Man.
Where do you hold your hat now? Where do you live? You on the coast out in Tinseltown, or you over here?
I'm on the coast.
You're really trying to Joe Hollywood this up.
Did I see you at the Grove last week? Am I crazy? No, I'm there every day.
You've just Googled L.A.
Yeah, he's reading the
what you
Wikipedia.
remember. Oh, Beverly Hills. I know that zip code.
My producer lives in Reseda, I think. No.
That's from.
No, I'm kidding.
That's from Karate Kid.
Karate
Is that
Kid,
where you
that's
know
right.
Reseda from?
That's where I know Reseda from.
Because they're moving to Reseda.
And I know Toluca Lake from Pulp Fiction.
Okay, there you go.
He's going to sweep your leg in a couple of minutes.
Is that the one where Harvey Keitel's like, where do you live? And he's like, Toluca Lake. He's like, I see your future. It's a cab. Is
No,
that...
it's after they shoot the kid in the back, and he's like, if my partner, we're going to see if my partner's home in Toluca Lake. If Jimmy isn't home, we're in big trouble.
Oh, I see. Okay. I live in L.A.
Yeah? That's
Yeah.
Los Angeles.
Okay,
all right?
thanks, yeah, sure.
Hollywood, Kippy.
But I'm here for a couple months doing a play.
Whoa. I didn't know that. Broadway?
Broadway.
Whoa.
I'd never done a play in my fucking life, and now this is week 4 of doing a play.
Wow.
Like the play's up, or you're in rehearsals?
No. We're 4 weeks into the run.
No kidding. What's the name of the play?
It's called Oh Mary.
Oh, you're doing Oh Mary?
Yeah, I'm
the
doing
hell?
Oh Mary. Have you guys seen it?
No, but I know
You
it's a
gotta
huge
come
hit.
see it. It's so
Let's go.
funny. It's so undeniable.
What character are
funny.
you playing?
Mary.
No, I'm playing her husband.
You're playing Abe Lincoln. So he does switch that. I forget the gentleman's name.
Yeah, Conrad Ricamora is gone, and I'm the replacement Abe.
Gotcha. It is
Yeah.
the kid that wrote it.
Cole is gone, and Jinx Monsoon is playing Mary, and she's fucking phenomenal.
Man, that thing's going to be cleaning up for years.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
It's one of those
Big hit. Kid won a Tony
What,
for
you
it.
a producer all of a sudden? What? That thing's going to
Kid
be
won a-
cleaning up for years?
Kid won a Tony for it.
He did. He won Tony.
Do you know what the Tonys are?
I know Anthony.
Spent the night at Liza.
Manelli's?
No.
Come watch. It's a really fun
That's
show.
awesome, man.
Oh,
I didn't know
let's
you were doing that.
It's crazy. Like, I've been doing comedy since 2001, and these last 3 weeks, I've learned new stuff about comedy that
That's
I didn't
sick.
know.
Yeah.
I'm learning new shit about comedy, and because I thought, you're doing it a long time, you're like, I kind of know all the moves, I know all the things, and this was like, oh, there's new rules that I'm learning.
Damn, kid's on Broadway.
Constantly challenging himself, this guy.
Nuts. Give us the backstory. Let's go back. Karachi,
Take it all the way back, baby.
Karachi, 1978. Karachi's like sort of, it's over 20 million people, so it's like New York. So I feel much more at home in a city like New York than a city like Tinseltown. If you I love New York, and I'm really fucking loving being here right now.
That's awesome.
I think it's the
Broadway in the fall. I mean,
Great.
Broadway in the fall. Yeah.
He would have said any season.
Yeah,
right away.
that's my favorite Robert Redford movie.
Broadway in the fall.
Yeah.
Ralston in the spring.
It's very sad when Meryl Streep dies in it, though.
Hey, spoilers, buddy. So, and I grew up there. I was there till I was 18. Grew up really, really watching a lot of Hollywood movies and TV shows and stuff. So that's sort of where I knew American culture.
Did everything get there on time?
Everything we didn't get stuff in the theaters. The first movie I remember, big Hollywood movie opening in theaters there, like officially, was Jurassic Park.
Okay.
That's the first one I saw. And I watched Jurassic Park in Urdu. Like, it was dubbed into the language I grew up speaking.
Gotcha.
So I watched it at the theater in Urdu. And I remember the part where he says, what's he say? Mountain of shit? Is that what he says? That's a big pile.
Oh, when
I
they see the
forget
poop for the
exact
first
line,
time?
Yeah. The Urdu translation for it was so fun. It, like, crushed. It's still the biggest laugh I've ever heard in a
Been
theater.
chasing that.
That is one big pile of shit.
But
That's the line?
That's the line.
That's one big pile of shit.
Yeah.
It murdered. Yeah, and I grew up, So we got stuff. We got VHSs, but they were not there. And the first movie that I remember being released officially on VHS was Star Trek Generations. What's the first of the movies with what's the first? It's not called What's the first of the movies with the Next Generation crew called?
It's not First Contact, maybe?
No, First Contact. I think the second one, and First Contact, is fucking phenomenal. That's a great movie. This one is not as good.
Is it the one with the Borg? Is it the one with Eric Bana in the beginning?
No, man, that's way later.
Is it?
That's the one with the the new people.
Yeah,
this is with like Picard and
that's what I mean. Their first movie
had Eric Bana in it.
I don't know.
I think Eric Bana is in the Chris Pine ones. He's the bad guy in the second Chris Pine one, or the first one. The first Chris Pine one.
No, that's not right. It's old because he's young in it, or maybe he is. Maybe I'm getting Tom Hardy.
But
Tom Hardy's in one of them when he's really young too. I can't remember which one it is. Luke, you have eyes on that?
Bana's in the reboot. I believe it's Star Trek Generations.
That's the first.
That's
that
the
was
first
the
one?
first movie that was officially released on VHS, and I won it. There was like a little contest in the newspaper.
Okay.
And I fucking nailed it, and I got the VHS of Star Trek Generations. But what we got was a lot of like bootleg movies, and right when the movies came out, we would first get the camcorder print.
Really?
So I saw a lot of our favorite movies.
Old school.
I don't know if I've ever seen The Sixth Sense outside of a camcorder print.
That's awesome.
I might have only seen it, and it's always like
Probably extra scary.
Yeah. Oh my! I remember the feeling of watching that movie because you really have to like lean in because the screen doesn't look great, the sound is all echoey,
sure.
so I'm like watching like this, and you also the other big factor is what seat did the guy get? Sometimes
Got there
the guy
late.
got there late.
Yeah.
It's like I saw Lethal Weapon 4. The guy was too close to the screen.
You're
Not
knackered.
good.
Yeah.
But Sixth Sense, he had a nice spot, He framed it up really nice. You see the people in front. I remember at one point the guy gets up and like fixes his hair.
That's awesome.
You see that?
Where were you getting them? Like,
get
were you
them-
buying them?
No, you get them at VHS, like
a
a rental
rental.
shop. So there was this
Really?
area in Karachi that was just like 40 different rental shops,
Uh-huh.
you know? But you always had to go to the one you knew because it was illegal. So you had to go be like,
The bootlegs were illegal.
the bootlegs were illegal, and they would have the names of other movies on them. They would have the names of Bollywood movies or Pakistani movies on them, and he had a little list, and he would say, "Okay, Shahenshah, that number, that's Jurassic Park or whatever."
Uh-huh.
So you would get movies like that, and I watched a movie every day. I'd go
crazy.
once a week. I'd get 7 VHSs, and every single day from the age of probably 5 to 18, I watched a movie every single day. And another way I know a lot of movies, this is why I love horror movies. I had an uncle who was coming from another country in the Middle East, and he had made a deal with a guy to smuggle over 200 VHSs.
That's a good uncle right there.
He hid them in
deals.
diapers. And so he came and he set them all up. And he's like, when the guy comes, you got to give him all these movies. The guy never came. So suddenly one day I had 200 new movies at the house.
And a bunch of diapers.
A bunch of diapers. Yeah, I didn't need to take any breaks. I just watched movies back to back to back. So that was, and he had a lot of horror movies. So I watched a lot of 80s horror movies that way. A lot of action movies, so the old Gone in 60 Seconds, that kind of vibe.
Sure.
Westerns, which my dad loved. So yeah, that's how.
And these were all bootlegs or no?
These were all bootlegs.
These were all bootlegs.
Everything was, all we got was bootlegs until, what year does Generations come out? I'm going to guess 95, 96, somewhere around there.
1994.
94. Okay, so up until then, everything was bootlegs. And then even after that, mostly everything was bootlegs because I believe Paramount was the first company, so it was only Paramount movies at first. Maverick was one of the first movies to come out officially. You know the Mel Gibson movie,
Course, yeah.
Maverick?
Yeah, and James Garner.
Yeah.
Very underrated. That's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Jodie Foster, Michelle Pfeiffer was in that too.
It's a great movie. Speaking of Michelle Pfeiffer, I went last night, saw Batman Returns in the theater.
Yeah,
they re-released it.
Wow.
I did my play. I went with me, my wife, and Michael Urie, who's in the show with me, who's super fucking good. And we saw Batman Returns. First time seeing that in a theater. One of my favorite superhero movies. Never seen it in a theater because we didn't get
awesome.
it there.
That was the first tape I ever bought. Was with Batman. That original Batman came out on VHS. It was $99. Remember, I scraped
What?
$99.
They would do that
$99.
I
because
don't remember that at
They would
all.
do that in the beginning because they wanted you to rent it. And then after a few months, so it'd be 6 months later, it would come out on VHS. It would be $200, $100. Because they just wanted you to rent it first, and then a few months after that, it would go down to $20.
I bought it when it's the second it dropped. My mom's like, "You're crazy! It's $100." I sat there and stared at it. I loved it.
The first one?
with Keaton.
For some reason,
Let's
that
go.
Batman logo is the best
it's
Batman
the
logo
best.
that's ever happened.
It's
Even
the
though they
best.
all look similar, for some reason, that one's so good.
Jack Nicholson, best Joker. Heath Ledger, God rest his soul, unbelievable. Only behind what's his name? Guy that was in the original series.
Jared Leto.
No.
Caesar Romero.
Caesar Romero.
Caesar Romero.
Imagine if Christopher Nolan got his hands on Caesar Romero. Dude, that guy would have been frightening.
Man, you are in the biz.
I think Heath Ledger was pretty damn frightening.
Yeah.
Of course.
We've had some good jokers, huh?
Great show.
I think Mark Hamill's a great joker.
Forget about it. Yeah, petrifying.
Yeah.
Let's go back. What'd your mom and dad do? Brothers and sisters?
what was the
Give
family
us the
dynamic?
scoop.
Dad's a doctor.
Your dad was a doctor.
He was a doctor. Mom was a homemaker. But Dad worked at a clinic, one of those clinics in one of the not nice parts of town.
Gotcha.
And it would be, so he served that local community, and people would come in, and I think it was 5 rupees, which would be I think here it would be less than 5 rupees. Really was pennies here, but to
Okay.
us, I would say it would be the equivalent of under $10.
Okay.
And anybody could just come in, stand in line. He would see everybody, charge everybody the same. And, so it was everything from I have a cold to this kid got hit by a car, and he would sort of take care of all of that. So we had, we were lucky in that we had a house, we had a car, but we weren't rich, really. I remember as a kid, one of the features always being worrying about having enough money. And they took good care of us. And honestly, they gave us a pretty good relationship to money. I feel like some people are too stingy with it. Some people spend it too much. I feel like we had the right amount of right importance to money. You know what I mean? Like, I remember times when things were tougher, and I don't really remember times when we weren't really worried about it. So that was sort of where we were at, and getting stuff was always like a thing. Like, so renting movies was easy, but like if I had to buy like I remember I wanted to buy a Super Nintendo, and once a week my mom and her sister-in-law, they would go to like play like bingo at a place.
Okay.
And you'd win like cash prizes, and I started going because I was like, I gotta win bingo.
That's pretty good.
Because my parents said, if you can get half the money, we'll give you the other half. And I remember very specifically, I was so fucking close once. I was like right there. I was like, I'm going to get a Super Nintendo, which is called a Super Famicom there. And I didn't get it.
Wait, what was it called?
The Famicom. So the NES, the Nintendo,
right.
in Japan was called Famicom, Family Computer, Famicom.
Okay.
It looks different. And then the Super Nintendo was called the Super Famicom. And it's like, Family Computer, and it looks different, but it's the same machine. It just looks different. The colors are different. That's colors.
That's pretty sweet.
But then I remember my uncle was visiting from the U.S. He lived in Queens at the time.
Not the guy with the diapers and the bootleg.
Different guy.
And your uncles are connected.
Different uncle. He bought me a Super Nintendo,
No
and
kidding.
he flew here with it.
That's awesome.
Damn, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
Are you an only child? Just you?
I've got a brother 4 years younger than me.
Okay.
And that's it. Just the two of us, and I feel like I was a bully to him. I wasn't nice to my
Really?
little brother. And I remember, I still feel bad about this. I kind of, apologized to him. I was like, 4 years is like a little. You're not the same age.
It's a stretch too long.
Yes.
2's perfect.
Yeah, 10 and 6 is a huge difference. 12
Yeah.
and 8 is a huge difference. Like up until 18, 14 is a big difference.
Yeah.
And then I left at 18, And I remember I was mean to him a lot. We'd get into fights. I remember the first fight where he wouldn't stay down. And I was like, all right, this might be our last fight. I remember I banged his head against the wall, and he just got back up. And I was like, all right, this is the end of this phase of our relationship.
Been watching Lethal Weapon, haven't you?
Yeah. And my mom once was like, why are you so mean to him? He idolizes you so much. Look. And I was like, all right, everything I loved, he loved. Our handwritings were the same. And I was like, oh, shit. And that's when it broke my heart. Sure. I was like, he really thinks I'm like... I think there was a time where he thought I was the coolest person in the world. And I just treated him poorly.
Banged his head against the wall.
Well, we played a lot of video games together, watched a lot of movies. I was really... My wife and I used to have a podcast called The Indoor Kids that was about video games. And that's what I was. I was an indoor kid. I over the summer, people would come back, darker skinned because they've been out in the sun playing. I'd come back with a lighter skin.
Yeah.
Because
Had 200 movies.
I watched movies and played video games constantly.
Okay, let's talk about DraftKings, baby.
Ooh, Kings of the Drift.
Football is back. This ain't just football. It's first touchdown fireworks, anytime touchdown rushes, and live bets that ride every momentum shift. At DraftKings, every play is your next shot to win. Do yourself a favor. Get over to DraftKings and sign up. It's football season, baby. Let's go.
It's the official sports betting partner of the NFL. Ever heard of them? New customers, this one's for you. You bet just $5 and you get $300 in bonus bets instantly.
Sweeten it up a little bit. I like it.
Plus, you grab over $200 off NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Hachi Machi.
Holy shit.
The good folks, listen, the Kings are taking care of the people. That's what they're doing. Shout out to DraftKings. I have it on my phone. I go take a look. I take a look at the futures bet. Who's going to win this? Who's going to win that? What can I put a little on? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's fantastic. Your season starts now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code AYG. That's code AYG to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first bet of $5 or more, plus over $200 off NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. If you got a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY, which is 467-369. If you're in Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. Fees may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.com Sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
I'm going to help you out there. Okay, let's talk about the best T-shirt company in the world and more.
You got to be talking True Classics.
Talking True Classics. The guys at True Classics started with the simple mission to bring premium, comfortable clothing to the masses, because looking and feeling great shouldn't come with the designer price tag, kid.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Not everybody's got cash like that.
As we've said a million times here on this show, they're the best T-shirts you're ever going to put on. I can't wait till I fit back into one. Got to get down there. Best T-shirts ever. This piece of crap I'm wearing, it sucks. It rubs my neck. It doesn't look good. Doesn't have the sleeves. Doesn't have the belly. Doesn't have the same quality and feel that True Classics does. So do yourself a favor. Get over to True Classics and get yourself all straightened out.
Yeah, and forget overpriced designer brands. Skip the cheap throwaway stuff, which I've fallen victim to, I have to say honestly.
I'm wearing it now. Cheap crap.
I've bought the imitations going, it's just like, and it stinks. It comes, it don't wash right. It comes inside out, upside down. One sleeve's longer than the next. It freaking stinks, baby. You can find them at Amazon, Target, Costco. This is how well they're doing. They're at Amazon, Target, Costco, Sam's Clubs, or head to trueclassics.com/garbage and try them out for
That's
yourself.
where you want to get one.
Listen, let them know the boys sent you. Trueclassics.com/garbage. Try them for yourself. Love yous.
Any sports growing up?
I played cricket,
Gentlemen.
which I still watch
Okay.
obsessively.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, the level of good I was later in high school. I transferred to a different high school my last 2 years, and it was a fucking nightmare. But I was at the level where if I worked, it was a fucking nightmare.
Wait,
Why'd you transfer?
Worse school?
Huh?
A worse school? Why'd you transfer?
No, it was
You guys move?
It was a better school. The kids were just meaner to me.
Gotcha.
Kids didn't like me.
Were they rich kids?
They were rich kids.
No kidding.
So I'll explain that. But basically, I was good enough at cricket that if I tried really fucking hard, I could make the team, but then couldn't really hold on to it, which I think is the worst spot to be in. You either want to be someone who's like good and is on the team and made it, or you're never going to make the team. I was right in the middle, so it was always stressful, and it was so important to me, and I would always fucking choke. I remember I dropped a catch that I got really, and I remember when I dropped that catch, kids in like younger grades were making fun of me, and I was like, "You can't do that."
That's devastating when that hierarchy changes, and you're like, "Whoa!"
That kid had the confidence of being the younger brother of one of the cool kids who was my contemporary, but still,
Your brother's out there laughing at you?
yeah, it fucking sucked.
Talk about payback.
What happens over there is so the school I went to had the British system. We were a British colony.
Okay.
So up until grade 11. Wait, you guys have up until
We have 12.
you have 12.
Yeah.
So up until grade 11, you do at the end of the 11th grade, you take these standardized tests that everyone in the world who's under the system takes the exact same test. And then after that, you get 2 more years, which is sort of like a pre-college.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 13 years of schooling. And those 2 years, so I got really good grades in grade 11, and then I was like, I want to go to, because my plan was to come to America. And this was the fancy rich kid school. And I was like, okay, if I go there, they had like counselors that would like help you apply for
Facilitate
American.
it,
Yeah, so that's why I went there. And my last 2 years, so suddenly all my friends were gone, totally new group. And I made the mistake of having a crush on a girl that like one of the cool kids liked. And it just never worked.
It's like Karate Kid.
Dude, I
So I
watched
had to
that.
show them with my cricket skills.
I
End up in
truly.
Reseda real quick.
Well, that's the thing. I would want to show them with my cricket skills, and I didn't quite have it.
She was dated. They were together when you got a crush on her.
Well, I had a crush on. They sort of dated, broke up, and then her and I hung out for a very little bit.
No kidding.
And
You know where she's at now?
yeah, of course.
You do. let's get the typewriter out. Get something down on paper.
I know exactly where she.
We got a rom-com going on.
Okay.
Miss the catch. That's what we'll call it.
You are in the
Not
business.
bad.
This kid's good.
Wow.
I want George Clooney to play me.
Wait, why are you in it? You're in it as the guy who named the movie?
It's very
A
meta.
couple of seconds,
Very
couple
meta.
of points in the back end, walk away.
You get the line. You get the line. Now drop the catch. As soon as I drop it, you're in the stands watching.
You got a big cigar.
Yeah, you played the kid in the younger grade.
Were there any vacations growing up? Would you guys go away?
Yeah.
Did you ever come to America? Did you come to Queens or anything like that?
I did when I was like 14. I came once.
Nice.
Yeah, and I
With the fam, I assume.
with the fam.
Right.
But we did vacations. We did so Singapore it's a nation state. You guys haven't been? It's a city state, and it's like
I like how
very,
you never mind.
very technologically advanced.
Yeah.
And
You
I
know
had
what Singapore is?
I fly Singapore Air from time to time.
Yeah.
what's the capital?
Yeah.
It doesn't have one. It
doesn't have one.
The
That's
whole
right.
thing is one.
The whole thing is one.
Don't
Trick
just
question, hotshot.
repeat stuff.
That's
like
what
That's where we get the chips from, the microchips.
So I had an aunt who lived there, and every summer my parents, because it was close,
Right.
would send us off to be like, have your aunt deal with you.
You and your brother.
Me and my brother.
All right.
Sometimes I go on my own, and they had McDonald's there.
Uh-huh.
They had like chain restaurants there, which we didn't have. We didn't get McDonald's until very late in the 90s. And so I would go to the Toys R Us and just like walk around the
that's
Toys
all
R Us
right.
for hours and hours. And my wife and I went back to Singapore like 3 years ago, and I went to that Toys R Us.
No kidding.
Yeah, ceilings were a lot lower than I remember.
At Toys R Us, man.
I mean, it was the
There's
best.
nothing better.
I remember once being at a Toys R Us, and I would buy. I was big into the toys. I was big into growing up. Started with Star Wars, He-Man, Ninja Turtles, and the animated Ghostbusters. Those were big.
I'm with you.
The animated Ghostbusters were huge. I watched that show again in the pandemic. It holds up.
It's funny when you said that Mark Hamill was the best Joker. That made me think he was the scariest. But then you know what I thought of right after that? The boogeyman in the real Ghost. Remember how frightening that dude was?
Boogeyman's awesome.
Dude, he was frightening.
I can't believe
Ghostbusters cartoon. There was an arc where they had the boogeyman, and he was like a demon. He had hoofs on his feet, and he was frightening. And he could get in your room by this like interdimensional gateway through your closet door. Dude, it was as a little kid. It
Sounds
was
like a real fun watch.
I mean, these.
It was scary as shit.
I feel like you guys are talking to me like I'm from Pakistan. Like Ghostbusters, this is what it is.
Well, but you
You
don't.
missed the animated series. You were
I mean,
too
I
young.
was too young,
You don't.
probably.
You don't fucking know Boogeyman.
No.
No.
He was scary.
He was really good.
Listen, I'm not.
That cartoon was great.
Yeah, it was great.
Legitimately scary, great stories.
Great.
But I remember once I was at the Toys R Us just walking around, and I found this toy. It was like a little monster puppet thing. And I was like, I should buy it. Like, you move its eyes around. It looked so real, and I didn't have the money to buy it. And then for years, I didn't even know what it was. Until a few years ago, I was trying to describe it to someone, and they were like, oh, I think that's a boglin. And I looked it up. There were these
Boglin.
toys called boglins that were like very cool, monstery puppet things. They sort of look like, do you remember?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
these.
yeah.
Yeah,
Those
yeah, yeah.
boglins, those were fucking awesome.
Those are great.
It's around the same time as those, like, was it called Mad Balls? What were those?
Monster balls.
Is that what they were
Well, like
called?
the eyeball and the squid, they were squishy.
They were like, yeah, they had like monsters on them. They
Yes.
were like,
I think it was either monster balls or mad balls.
I think-
Check Mad
yeah,
Balls.
something like that.
Mad Ball.
Yeah, it was around
Yes.
that. Yeah,
Oh,
those-
was the best
yeah,
one.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember though. It was
That
around
guy.
that era where, like,
Those
you know,
things were huge.
where like gross things like Garbage Pail Kids were
Garbage
cool.
Pail Kids,
There was
slime.
like a time, yeah, where like
Yeah.
gross kid stuff was
Yeah, it was
cool.
all right. That was
Slime
the
was
best.
great.
So good.
Yeah. So my brother and I played cricket with my dad, played a lot of video games. I played some video games with my dad, who's always obviously better than us. Actually, once, I don't know if this is a good story, but there was a game called Street Surfer
All right.
that my dad loved to play, and he was very good at it.
What a doctor.
And I remember one time I woke up, and he was like better at, and he had made all these posters in my room that said, while I was sleeping, he put them up. And because you know, he was so good that I was like, I don't like this game. This game sucks. I don't want to play it anymore.
Yeah.
And he made these posters that said, Street Surfer, the king of games, The Game of Kings.
That's
And
awesome.
it made me so angry. I remember screaming and crying and ripping them all up. Yeah.
You get it from all angles over there.
Yeah. Oh, my dad, totally. I mean, he would do this thing. The reason I was so scared as a kid, I was terrified of the dark. One, I used to watch horror movies all the time. But he'd also tell me stories. He'd be like, at night under your bed, like jinns, which are like genies, but they're scary. Like they have like a tea party under your bed every night. So and it's
Dad
fine.
told you this?
Yeah, and he was like,
Jesus.
don't look under there, you'll be fine. But just so you know, and I'm like, under everybody's bed. And they're like, no, just your
Oh
bed.
my God.
How old were you?
Probably from the age of 8.
Dude, that's crazy.
He would also do this thing where he'd like gotten this boom box and he would record. He had like a little microphone for it. He'd record like, "Ooh, we'll come to get you, Kumail," just for me. And he'd hide it. and
Not
he'd
your
be
brother, just specifically you.
Like, not my brother, because my brother wouldn't get scared. So he wasn't a mark. I was a mark. And he would hit play, and then these sounds would come, and he'd be like, "Who could that be? The whole family's here."
Oh my God.
And he's like, "Oh my God, did you hear that? He just said your name."
That's messed up.
Yeah.
That's my kind of doctor. I like it.
You know what he is now? He's a psychiatrist.
No kidding.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they over there or are they here?
They're here now.
No
They
kidding.
live in Jersey, yeah.
So when did they move over?
They moved, so I moved at 18, and they moved like 8 years later.
No kidding.
And you moved for college.
I moved for college, yeah.
Did you wanted to stay? Did you know you wanted to be a comedian? Did you know you wanted to?
No, I didn't realize. I was very shy, very quiet as a kid. Like, people who know me as a kid are surprised I do this. I was very, very quiet. And, like I said, my last year was high school, terrible experience. But it wasn't
I don't want to
until...
bring that back up.
Yeah, don't bring that up.
Kumail,
Actually,
she didn't like you.
she did for a week.
It was a short
It
time.
was a good week.
All right, I'll give you that.
We held hands a couple times.
There you go.
Let me have this. I kissed her on the cheek.
There you go.
Wait, what were we?
I don't know.
You moved over here at 18. Did
18.
you always want to be a comic?
See, he keeps trying.
good.
Yeah. You've got the computer, but he's got the.
I mean, I was looking up Street Surfer. This isn't really like
It's the game.
It's not like I have Excel spreadsheets here.
King of games, Game of Kings. No, it wasn't until college that people were like, "Hey, you're funny." I was like, "Oh, I guess I'm funny." I remember starting to make people laugh, and I didn't really watch stand up until I was probably like 19 or 20, maybe 19, and I got really obsessed with it. Like I would on vacations. Spring break, summer break, I'd go stay at my uncle's in Orlando.
Okay.
The uncle from Queens had moved to Orlando.
Nice.
Outside Orlando.
Natural progression.
Yeah.
And so I'd watch, I just got obsessed with stand-up and watched, all those HBO one-night stands,
Yeah.
and young comedian specials,
Sure.
and whatever was on. Because HBO comedy was amazing. They just had stand-up back to back to
Yeah,
back.
it was crazy.
What year was this? If
This
you were
would have
19,
been
20?
Huh?
If you were 19 or 20, what
It
year?
would have been like 99, 2000,
Yeah.
98, somewhere around
Okay.
there. But I was watching stuff from the 80s too, because they would air old stuff. So that's what I watched, like, all the best people. Like, I remember the Dana Gould special I really, really loved. And so that's when I started to get really... Jerry Seinfeld's I'm Telling You for the Last Time,
yeah.
which was his, like, last bits. I think that was, like, 99 or somewhere around there.
Love the intro to that.
Yeah.
That's a
So
funeral.
funny,
and then,
the
like,
funeral.
It's like
Jay Leno.
someone stealing the material.
Yeah,
'cause,
Jay
like,
Leno's got
They're
one.
leaning over to say goodbye, and they're
Yeah.
like airplane bits or whatever.
I think it's Jay Leno where he's like, "You never gonna do this again?" And Jerry Seinfeld's like, "No." And he's like, "All right, well, I'll do it." He's like, "You can't do that." He's like, "Actually, you know what? I've been doing it for a few years anyway." Great opening. And when
Yeah.
I did my special this year, I was like, I want to film an opening because they used to have them.
They're
They were
fun.
Cool.
There
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
I didn't do it.
Just walked right out.
Too much money. It's like
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of dollars to film like a little thing. I was like,
I
oh.
like it. He's smart. That's good.
That's when I got really, really obsessed with it. And it was my senior year of college where I was like, all right, I just gotta try this. Like, I felt like I didn't have a choice. I was so quiet and shy, but it was just like, I didn't have a choice. I had to try it. So my senior year of college, there was a little coffee shop on campus. We put together a little, like, open mic night kind of.
What's the
and
college? Is Brunel? How do you say it? Brunel College?
Grinnell.
Grinnell.
Yeah.
And where's it at?
It's in Iowa.
Iowa. So
Why-
there's nothing
why
really
there?
around you.
Nothing around me.
Right.
Why that college?
Well, I honestly didn't realize that America had like different terrains. You only show us L.A. and New York in the movies.
It's all that matters, baby.
So I thought all of America was New York, and I got to Iowa, and I was like, what the fuck? I hadn't seen Field of Dreams, so I didn't have a good, I didn't know what to expect. I just wanted to go to
the one movie you haven't seen.
I have seen it now.
Sure.
It's like I'm actually really glad I went to Iowa because I think New York would have been too overwhelming. And in Iowa, they were like, "You're from Pakistan? What the fuck?" They had questions. They were interested. I just applied to a bunch of liberal arts schools because I didn't know what I wanted to study, and I wanted to try like a non-city because I'd grown up in like such a city. I was like, I want to see what it's like.
Yeah.
And then I got there and I was like,
So it's like traditional college campus, all that kind of stuff.
and it's a bubble. You're just there.
Nice.
You know.
Smaller school, I would assume.
Yeah, 1,400 kids. Very small.
That's awesome.
Very small.
I went to
Yeah.
a small school too. I loved it.
Where'd you go?
I went to Widener University.
How
It's
many-
a-
how
just that's I couldn't tell you how many there are, but it's small. It's a small Division III school.
Okay,
That was
we were
perfect.
we were D3. Our thing with basketball was we had a thing called the system where they just shot threes. All they did was shoot threes.
What?
That was the whole system, and the scores would be like 162 to 120 because we didn't play defense. We would give up layups to shoot threes, and it was like they would do like hockey type stuff. So all 5 guys would like come out and go, and they didn't play positions; they were all just shooters. And there was a time, if you look up Grinnell College basketball, where it was like in the news a little bit, and like I think ESPN2 once showed a game, and we really choked, and we did not do well. Because if you're not making shots, if you're not making threes,
That's a bad system.
it doesn't work. So like how Steph Curry, do you guys
Yeah.
big into basketball? Steph Curry kind of changed the game, right? Like he made it so now everybody's shooting threes from half court.
Yeah.
This was before that. So this was like before, but we didn't have a Steph Curry on our team. So we weren't winning a lot of games, but it was like a thing. It was like, there was like, articles written about it for like a year.
We had Lionel Mahoney, and he stunk, but he was making an effort.
Shot underhand.
Yeah.
I like it.
We had a guy who shot under hand.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we
Dude,
did.
Iowa, yeah, of course. That guy's left over from like the 20s.
Man.
Okay. It was like, I mean, that culture shock of Iowa dorm life, campus. What was the first thing where you were like, this is what I've seen in movies? This is like, what was the
dorm situation? Who was the roommate? First roommate? What was the posters on the wall?
I still am friends with those 3 guys. Very different. So it was me and 2 guys who were nerdy, and then one was like a hippie kid from New York.
Okay.
So he was big into like Dylan and Grateful Dead kind of stuff. And the other 2 guys, my Fred, who's one of the roommates I'm still friends with, very big nerd. So he introduced me to Mystery Science Theater, which I'd never seen before.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And we used to watch like X-Files together. That was like that was like that's my favorite show of all time is the X-Files. When X-Files came out in Karachi, in Pakistan, they had trailers for it, and in the trailers it said based on true stories. And so I'd watch it and I'd be like, what the fuck is going on in America? You guys need to
Like the genie's under your bed.
get your shit together. Yeah.
Gang, the show is sponsored by Liquid IV, and it's our absolute favorite.
Yeah.
1 stick, 16 ounces of water, hydrates you better than water. I'm going to say it again. 1 stick, 16 ounces of water, hydrates you better than water. I'm going to say it a third time. 1 stick, 16 ounces of water, hydrates you better than water.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor. It's absolutely delicious. Sure, if you're at the gym and you're working out. But listen, if you're sicky-wicky, if you got the hangover,
Irish flu?
woo, do yourself a favor. That 1 stick, 16 ounces of water, get you all straightened out.
Yeah, we've been a Liquid IV fam for a team here for a long time. When we're on the road, that
Long
gets
time.
packed. We're packing up all the gear to go on the road. Someone goes, grab a bag of Luke's on it. Grab a
course.
bag of Liquid IV. The boys wake up every morning. We hit one at the airport. We hit one the next day. Yeah, it's fantastic.
That
It
raspberry, I'm
Woo,
hooked.
keeps you on your toes. It's scientifically formulated to support physical energy, hydration, focus, mood, and social stamina, baby. It's got 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, the whole 9 frickin' yards. They got you covered. 0 sugar, 3 times the electrolytes, and 9 essential vitamins for sugar-free, crash-free boost. It helps you feel balanced throughout the day without the crash or jitters. Check out, they got this sugar-free energy strawberry kiwi, sugar-free energy blackberry lemonade. Get your eyes on that. Ditch the glitch with zero sugar and zero crash from Liquid IV. You tear it, you pour it, you live more. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first order with the code GARBAGE at checkout. That's 20% off your first order with the code GARBAGE at liquidiv.com. Do it now. Back to the show.
You were in an episode of that. Am I mistaken?
I was, yeah. I was in the revival. Honestly, I was in a pretty good episode.
There you go.
I don't love my performance in it. I think I psyched myself out. I was too nervous. I overprepared. Duchovny and Gillian Anderson. I mean, I remember my first scene. I'd met them and they were nice. You know, I met them in the trailer. I was doing my first scene. I was with the two of them, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm talking to Mulder and Scully, right?"
Yeah, it's weird, right?
And that really fucked me up. It's a really good episode. Reese Darby's in it, and he's great in it. My favorite writer of the show wrote and directed it, but you know, I wish I could do it again.
Gotcha. Yeah, I respect that. I respect that. Any pets growing up? You guys have any dogs or anything like that? Birds, fish?
No,
Nothing.
we had neighborhood cats that I really. My first pet is still my pet. She just turned 17. She's a cat.
Okay.
Bagel.
Bagel.
She is from New York. We had neighborhood cats that I would fall in love with, and they would have kittens, and the kittens would always end up dying. And I remember once as a little kid,
Life in the big city.
it was tough, man.
Sure.
They would say that the dads would eat the cats. That's what they told us. I remember.
Who's telling this? Your dad?
Yeah.
I can't believe a word he's
They're
saying.
all under your bed, Kumail.
We had these kittens, and I would play with them, and I loved them. And then one day I woke up, and they were like,
Gone.
they were all dead.
Like, what do you mean? They were dead there?
Yeah, they found you want to know that? They found heads and paws.
Jesus.
And I remember and that devastated me. And that was still that kind of saddened where you're like, it's too big. It's like as big as the universe. I don't know what to do with it. I didn't know one little kid could have this much sadness inside him. And my dad bought me the Karate Kid action figure set to make me feel better. And it was Mr. Miyagi and Daniel LaRusso, and they had these little planks that you could break. they had the thing where you if you
Like
move
the
the arm
karate
up-
chop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
karate
yeah, sure.
chop action.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I guess this'll
do it.
It helps. Listen, if that's what it took to get these toys, I guess it was worth it.
What was the first movie you saw in America in theaters?
In America?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's such a good question. I know one of the first ones I remember watching
That would have been the
was...
first thing I would have done if I was you.
I did watch a lot of movies. In America, I remember seeing... Okay, the first movie I saw in the theaters in America was Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
Okay.
Do you know that one?
I know,
It's
of
the
course.
animated movie.
Uh-huh.
You're
Oh, no.
so... You
Yeah.
have, this was,
I was with you until you hit me with Phantasm.
oh, you like Phantasm?
No, I didn't. That was where I lost you. I knew Batman.
Yeah. So this was the animated series, and they made a movie, and it's phenomenal. And I convinced, when we were visiting when I was 14, I convinced my dad to take me.
14. That's all right.
Yeah, so I watched it there. And then one of the first movies I remember after that, watching after I moved here, was There's Something About Mary. It was one of the first movies I saw. In the
I remember.
theater.
I vividly remember watching that one. as
Hardest
well.
I've ever laughed in a movie
So
theater.
funny.
I remember just not being physically hurt to watch this.
Matt Dillon, home run.
Oh my God! Is that the best Matt Dillon? Might be. I mean, he's great.
Comedic Matt Dillon for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was kind of, in the shadows a little bit, and then popped up in that and just
Yeah,
killed it.
I think he's
So
in
good.
he's in Singles, right? This movie's
Yeah,
Singles.
Singles.
He's
Yeah,
great in
great in
Singles.
Singles.
Great in Singles.
He's great in Rumblefish. He's great in, they're not Rumblefish. He's great in The Outsiders. Yeah.
I've
big-
never seen The Outsiders. I keep
good.
meaning to see it.
Very sad.
It's yeah, I know. I get.
Very.
I know. That's why I'm putting it off. But yeah, I would say. When was Something About Mary? 97. I think that was
That sounds about right.
Yeah, 96,
one of the
97.
first ones I remember.
98.
98.
97.
98.
98. Okay. Yeah. That was one of the first
What an
ones.
experience.
But
to
we
see
had a
that.
little movie theater in town that we could walk to, and we had one on campus, so I watched a bunch of stuff in that theater. I remember I watched a movie called The Cell. Do you know this movie?
With,
Cell.
Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Lopez.
yeah. It was kind of, and Vincent D'Onofrio, I think, was in it too, right? It was real
Vincent
creepy.
D'Onofrio.
Yeah.
Really creepy,
Oh, yeah.
terrifying movie. And I remember being like, this might be... It really blew me away. I fucking love this movie. And I recommended to so many people, and they're like, "What is wrong with you?" It's like it's a nasty movie.
Yeah, it's out there.
Yeah.
It's out there. What about the first concert that you saw over here?
I would guess it was Bruce Springsteen.
Whoa, gentlemen.
Maybe something on campus. I went and check
Sure.
out whatever folk singer they scraped off.
College band or something like that.
Yeah. Probably that kind.
What
of
was the
thing.
move after college? Did you start working in like a regular? What was your degree in?
I had a double major, computer science and philosophy. One for them, one for me.
Gotcha. And did you start working in either one of those fields when you got out of college?
Computer science. I moved to Chicago because by then, when I was graduating, I was like, I'm not good at computers, but I need it to keep my visa. Yeah, that's where the stereotype breaks down.
Not good at computers. I like it.
I wasn't.
A degree in it.
I had a degree. I felt like I missed one day and never caught up.
Really? Oh, I've had that feeling my whole life.
Yeah. That's what happened with
Yeah.
computer science. I was like, how does this make sense to people who are obviously stupider than me?
I love the confidence.
I was like, I'm fairly smart. I know
idiots
smarter
got
than
it?
this idiot. And he gets it. I don't get it. So I moved to Chicago because I was like, I want to pursue stand-up. I love it too much. And my first two sets, my first time I did stand-up, I did 30 minutes because it's like with your friends. You don't know.
Sure.
You don't know how it goes.
It is one of those things you don't know what to fear. You
don't know
know
what
how
to
it is. So
fear.
you're like, I killed. I did an hour and a half because you don't know that it's hard.
I did so long, and I remember coming off stage being like, I could do Letterman next week.
Dude, I said, if I'm not famous in a year, I'm giving up. That's what I told myself after my first time.
Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
I went so well.
Where did you go? Where'd you
Helium in Philly.
Helium in Philly.
Yeah,
I crushed.
I mean, probably
If
did
I'm
horrendous.
not famous,
I've had to
we
tell you
both
that.
started together. We've known each other.
I've told you that.
But
for
you
sure.
you know how you're doing.
Well,
If
and
you-
also in comparison to like the other people, I'm like,
Yeah.
this is my first time. This guy's been doing it for 3 years. Give me 6 weeks.
I moved
Who's
to
got the check
Chicago.
on him?
Where's Foley in Hollywood? Like, get me LinkedIn.
I was like really lucky because I did not have my first bomb until I was like 3 months in or 4 months in.
That's good.
Zany's in Chicago.
There you go.
Shout out to Zany's, great club.
Shout out to,
Old Town?
Old Town,
Rosemont
baby.
probably didn't exist at the time.
Oh, yeah, no Rosemont.
I don't know. I never went there, but
Real
we used to do
pedestrian
these
stuff.
like little bar shows and stuff
Sure.
and weird shows and do well, and I was doing open mics there and I was really doing well. Like I started I hit the ground running, and my class there was insane.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Kyle Kinane, Matt Bronger, Hannibal Burris, TJ Miller, Pete Holmes. These are the people that I was going up with, like in front of no crowds. And I was pretty lucky in that I was doing pretty well. And then I had my first bomb, and that's when I was like, "Oh my God, this is what it feels like." It's a really horrible feeling.
Yeah, it stinks.
When was your first bomb? How far in?
Like my last one was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I didn't do
it
do
really?
great last week.
Brutal. It was two couples. It was an old couple and this younger couple.
That's not on you though.
But there were 4 people.
You're not good, but
There was
that's not
4
on
people
You.
and 10 comics in the back of the room.
Wait, where was this?
Bedford Falls on the Upper East Side.
Wait, you?
I was
Why are
doing a
you?
bar show.
Why are you doing shows with 4 people in the audience?
I was working on material.
You got a big. You got a big show.
Yeah, we got a tour and all that stuff. We're doing
Yeah.
city spots. I got to get stuff ready for the tour.
So you don't try
I
stuff.
like how
out.
he's like, "You're famous. What are you doing a show for 4
Yeah.
people?"
Why are you
You
doing
got to work.
that?
What do you mean? You got to stay in the trenches. You got to be with the people.
Yeah.
Take it to the face. I was working on marriage material. Bomb.
Well, was it possible to not bomb in that room?
No,
I don't know.
Did anybody else not bomb?
Everybody bombed.
everyone killed. I was there.
You guys are getting deals and all that stuff. I'm up there tanking.
I got a holding deal. I'm baffled that you're
Yeah,
doing
we
a
still
show.
keep our feet on the street.
Yeah, me too, man.
He's doing Omer. Yeah, me
But
too.
I'm not doing.
Hey, wait a minute, you're on Broadway.
Well, yeah, okay. You're doing city spots too. I'm not going to fucking open mics though, man.
It's not an open mic.
I would say
There'd be more people at an open mic.
I've been doing stand up 24 years. I feel like I've earned the fucking right to not go to open mics.
Of course, it's not an open mic. Yeah. It's the end of the summer. People are away. It was a light night.
It was a booked show. They booked 10 people and four audience
The
members.
sad thing is he was supposed to move the tickets.
No, it wasn't. That was a different show. That was a gutter ball. And I moved about 25 tickets, so we had a good night.
Gutter ball?
Gutter something. Someplace in Brooklyn.
The Gutter.
Okay.
The Gutter.
Uh,
We're going to be at the Met in Philly in December. Come out and see us.
I can get that marriage material. It worked for 4 people. It'll work for 3,000.
Well, I did work for 4 people.
It did not.
Well, I would say you could try new stuff out at you guys go up where you go up in the city.
Cellar. And
Cellar,
Yeah.
Beer Comedy Club.
Couldn't you try new stuff at the Cellar?
Yeah, not like.
Yeah.
You can't like open mic it.
No, but you get 15 minutes.
You can do bits that
5 new minutes. You do like 4 minutes. Then you sneak in the new stuff. Then you end with old stuff. That would work.
I
That's
got a
almost.
question. What's new stuff? A real hard time
I like how
figuring
he's
that.
telling us how to work and do stuff.
It's like
You do the tried and true stuff, then you sneak
this stopped being a podcast about him. He's like, wait, you two are doing this. What's going on with this?
You guys are comedians?
No, we keep some smaller rooms to like really
Okay, really.
like read off the phone kind of work.
Throw shit at the
against
wall. Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
It's a great show up there at Bedford Falls.
We're working comedians, okay?
It's a good show.
Me
It's just
too.
the summer. People are away. They got the Hamptons and all that shit. People are down the shore.
They're not going to Bedford Falls.
Yeah, they're not up on the Upper East Side.
Great bar.
Sure. All right, let's get back to you.
Yeah.
He really came in and fucking he changed.
Not our
this on
poor
him,
comedy.
which is very hard to do, by the way. My first bomb was the second or third. I didn't know it was hard again.
Oh, second or third time.
And I walked. So the
Really?
first time went well. Second time I went to a show that he was running.
And you guys were friends?
We weren't friends. I didn't
just
know him.
met.
And I did pretty well the first time I went. And then the second time, they needed someone. One of the better comics hadn't showed up. And they were like, he's like, this kid. Hey, yeah, he's
This
like,
kid's not famous in a year.
He's got the
I'm
stuff.
quitting.
I don't know
That's
nothing.
what I
I
say.
don't know
Everybody's
nothing about the
quitting.
business. If this kid's not at Bedford Falls in 14 years, I don't know what to tell you. But he goes, I need a good one out of you. And I didn't know how it worked, so I wrote like 6 new minutes.
You wrote 6 new minutes?
I didn't know. I did not know.
You dumb fuck.
I thought I was Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, my God.
So I went up there with 6, and he's like, I had to close out the show. And he's
Oh,
like,
my God.
whatever. And he's like, come on, go up there. You got this, kid. And I went up.
I ran it like a Division III football coach.
I remember
Just shoot threes.
third. Yeah, I was underhanding threes and missing. And I remember the look on. He walked out of the room. And he's just like, well, that was bad. I was like, oh man. And I didn't go back for like maybe a year.
Of course.
Yeah.
I banned him.
Of
You'll never
course.
work in this open mic.
He got blacklisted. 1 year.
That was good stuff. All right, what was your first car?
Kia Spectra.
It's not a bad first car.
Wait, a Kia Spectra?
That was here.
That was here,
Yeah.
yeah.
How long ago was this?
I didn't have a car. Until I moved to, my first car was only like 15 years ago. So I didn't.
When you moved to L.A.
When I moved to LA, you gotta get a car.
Yeah.
I got because I hate driving. I still hate driving.
Was it Chicago to L.A.? Was that the
Chicago
move?
to New York?
Chicago to New York.
Came here for a couple of years.
What are we doing? Have things started popping off yet?
Yeah, but I was more in the alt scene. So there was a show called, you guys know Eugene Merman?
Yeah.
Of course.
Him and Bobby Tisdale used to run a show called Invite Them Up. That when I moved here would have been, 2007. I was here 2007 to 2010. That show was at a bar called Rafifi that's gone now. It would fit like 60 people, and that was like the center of the alt scene. Doing that show was like a TV credit, So in 2006, right before I moved, I'd opened for Zach Galifianakis in Chicago. That he just did a pop-up little show.
Okay.
And he took me on tour then. So then I opened for Zach, bunch of shows. This is before The Hangover. So his crowd was a lot of like comedians of comedy, like comedy nerds.
Mm-hmm. Great document. Great.
Great.
Fell in love with it. So much so we shot our own version of it.
Yeah, comedians of comedy is phenomenal.
So I'm at the Cabin. You remember the show The Cabin?
I love Cabin.
Of course.
My
Cabin.
best set to this day was that Cabin.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fun. I remember us getting the confidence because we
To
were
go-
more club.
So we showed up in 2013 when all that stuff was going on, and we were so far.
So was
away
it like
from
Sean Patton was
Sean,
running
I
it?
love Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Sean was the king of Cabin.
Yeah.
King of Cabin,
I
right?
forget that Patton ran that.
Well, when I moved to New York, my open mic crew was Mark Normand, Sean Patton, comedy, Sean Patton. That whole like New Orleans crew was the crew that I ran with. That I did all my open mics. With.
Okay.
Mike Drucker, do you know Mike
I know
Drucker?
the name,
Yeah, really funny guy who like is still very funny stand up, but like writes for a lot of stuff.
So you did the Creek and all that kind of stuff?
I did the Creek. My first day in New York, I moved. Me and my wife, we were secretly married. Nobody knew yet.
Really?
Too long a story. It's not a long story. Anyway, we
A
moved.
secret marriage.
And, you guys know Mike Burns?
No.
Okay. He was a Chicago guy who then was in New York for a second, then moved to LA. Anyway, moved with our big truck, moved everything into our apartment. And I was like, hey, honey, thanks for moving to New York with me. Can I go to a spot? And I went to that night, the day I moved, I went to Creek in the Cave, and John F. O'Donnell used to run a show called Kingdom of Heaven. We'd put all your names in a bucket, and they'd pull some out. And it was like an open mic, but it was a show. Like there was an audience.
Gotcha.
And they'd pull names out of a hat, but I think
It was always rigged.
it was a little rigged.
Yeah.
And I think, these guys recommended me, so I went up, and I did Creek in the Cave a lot. But I did Creek in the Cave my first day in New York.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rebecca.
Shout out to Rebecca. Yeah, they're in Austin now, right?
Yeah,
Austin.
It's a great club in Austin.
club.
I haven't seen. How big is it now?
We just did
something?
a pop up there when we were there. It was like 250 maybe.
Oh, big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a bigger.
Decent.
It's a great. Yeah, no, it's a great
Great hang.
room,
Yeah.
great hang,
Great
good out
outdoor
back.
space.
Yeah. So I was doing Creek in the Cave. I wasn't doing any clubs. I would do Gotham every now and then, but I was doing a lot of open mics with Norman and Patton and that whole crew. A lot of open mics. And then I remember there was an open mic at Parkside Lounge on Saturdays
Holy shit, that was still
That was
going on
still
when we got
running.
there.
at like 4:30, like
Yes.
an early show.
Early
Yes.
mic. I had an early
I remember
mic.
seeing Norman
I-
there and be like, this guy's famous.
I love an early mic. Oh, because then you have your Saturday night. You're like, I did the thing. I did the spot.
Check the box. Yeah.
Did a shorter lady with short hair run it back then?
No.
Because that's who took it over. She's an ex-cop. I can't remember her name.
no.
I saw her not that long ago.
Oh, I saw her not that long ago.
Yeah,
she
she-
was hosting a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I just walked by a bar. I forgot what it's called. I was like, oh my God, I used to do an open mic here. And it was run by a comedian named Poppy Kramer, who's since passed away. She died young, like in her 40s. But she used to run this show. It was like upstairs at this bar, Lower East Side. It's called Delancey. No, it's not called that. I forget. But I'm walking by it. I was like, oh my God, this place. So I did invite them early on. It was a hard show to get into, but because Emily and I just went to watch. And Zach Galifianakis was there, and he recommended me. So a month after I moved here, I did that show, and that went great for me. And that's where you're seeing I saw the first night there, I saw Gaffigan go up and Aziz and all these people I'd known from
Where you're
TV. I was like, holy shit, they're doing this
That
show. This is
guy's
the
here.
coolest fucking show. Yeah, Eugene Merman, big fan of his, and then. Once that happened, then I was sort of in. So I started doing all the cool shows, the cool alt shows, so like Union Hall.
Whiplash. All that kind of stuff.
Whiplash.
Yeah.
Whiplash, yeah, Jeremy Levenbach, great guy. Whiplash I did. It was Crash Test before that, which was a show that Paul Scheer and Rob Hubel used to run. Then I used to do, Pete Holmes used to run this late night open mic
It's so crazy you guys running shows. and
at
stuff.
UCB. I forget what it was called, but it started at midnight, and we would go sign up and do that. So I was doing that was like my circuit. I was doing
Gotcha.
UCB, the alt shows. I didn't really start doing the Cellar until I moved away. Now when I visit, I don't have time now because I'm doing 8 performances a week on this show.
It's on Broadway.
But otherwise, whenever I'm here working or something, I always go up at the Cellar.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
When did things start popping off? Well, when did the big pop off happen?
So I started when I started touring with Eugene Merman and opening for him, and then I started touring with Michael Showalter, who directed The Big Sick and was in The State, which was a great sketch show.
Of course.
Him, David Wayne, and Michael Ian Black had a tour called Stella, where the 3 of them would do. Do you guys know this? The 3 of them.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
It's very funny, very surreal and bizarre.
Okay.
So, and Eugene and Showalter used to run a show at Union Hall, so Mike seen me there. And then he called me once. He was like, hey, I'm Michael Showalter. I'm a comedian. I'm like, yeah, man, I know who the fuck you are. And he goes, we're doing a tour. You want to open for us? So,
Sick.
so then I toured with Stella.
Okay.
And then Michael Ian Black and Michael Showalter got a show on Comedy Central. and I submitted a packet, and I got hired as a writer. So I would say that was my first like real job in the biz. I got hired as a writer, and then they were like, "Well, we want you to be on camera too." And so I had to audition to play myself. They wrote me a part. I had to audition to play myself 5 times. I did 5 auditions for Comedy Central. Got the part. I remember
we don't believe it. I'm playing me.
I remember going to the another floor of the office building, and there were all these brown dudes auditioning, all slightly more handsome than me, with like sides that said Kumail on them, reading lines that I had written for myself to say.
That's brutal.
5 auditions.
You know, I know the writer of this thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it like that. Try and tank him.
You guys are all doing Australian accents, right? Throw everybody off.
So that's when, yeah. I think you should toss it in the N-word every now and then. That's gonna help you stand out from the crowd.
Really pop.
Yeah. Get a swastika tattoo on your face. And so that was my first time acting on a show. So that was my first like TV thing. I had a little part on that show. We did 1 season. It was really fun. And I was like, oh, this is going to be my job now for a long time. And that show ended up getting canceled. And right around then in New York, I started doing this recurring bit on Colbert because he had this funny thing. Do you remember when years ago, Obama was like, I'm going to close Guantanamo Bay, and he was going to close all the overseas prisons, which I guess he never did. Anyway, this joke was that under Colbert's desk was one of those prisons, and I was the only, like, prisoner under there.
That's really funny.
But I've become Stockholm Syndrome, so he, like, gets the prison closes, he gets me out, but I keep showing up to be like, hey, how's it going? You know, like I'm pretending to be the food delivery guy. So that was a recurring bit I did on Colbert. The director of Colbert, of that show, I don't know how much details you want, ran into me on the subway stop. She's like, hey, what are you doing these days? I'm like, nothing. And she had me come and do a show called Portlandia that Fred Armisen and Carrie Brownstein.
Yep.
And I was doing Bumbershoot, which is a festival. And so from there, I drove to Portland. I shot this thing where it's me like pretending to sell. I'm a cell phone salesman. And I would say for years, up to this day, that one sketch on that one show has basically led to everything else.
Really.
That one sketch on that one show.
When you got here for college, what was the financial situation? I assume somewhat light, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, money wise,
yeah.
No, I didn't really have. I got a job that I made like $40,000 a year living in Chicago.
Okay,
so
this is after school.
This is after school.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so it's really like paycheck to paycheck, you know.
Right.
But enough to like, almost like 22, 23.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And the situation was like that money wise all the way until I got that writing job on Michael and Michael, which I made like WGA scale. But suddenly I was like, oh, now I can afford to live here. But until then, money was always tight. I saved up because the plan was always from Chicago to move to New York to pursue stand-up. 6 years, I saved like $20,000 over 6 years. My wife and I moved. Blew through it in 2 months. Just,
my man.
That's summertime on Broadway, baby.
I mean, hanging out with Norman and Patton and all those guys. We were out till 4 a.m. every night. Suddenly we were like,
Live
my
forever.
God, yeah, we're fucking rich. Blew through it. Actually, Pete Holmes had lived across the street from us and still really good friends with him. He had like a real good NACA, Did you guys ever do NACA?
No.
It was kind of slightly phasing out by the time.
Is NACA done? It doesn't
No, I
happen?
mean, I'm sure it does, but like...
So NACA...
We missed all that stuff.
So NACA was this thing, people who don't know, there was like a conference that would happen, regional conference where kids from all these colleges would come and comedians and magicians and people would go up, and based on how well they did, they'd book you. Mm-hmm. So I remember I scraped together $700 because that was the fee. I went. The show started at 9 a.m. Mm-hmm. My spot was at 8:57 a.m. I was the first up. I remember going up, and kids were walking in with pastries because, nobody's there. I fucking bombed. I remember a couple guys after me was a magician he killed, and I have genuinely hated magicians since then. And afterwards, they have this thing called the marketplace where you sort of stand there with
try
your
to
little
sell yourself a little bit. Yeah.
booth. And people would come, and everyone's avoiding eye contact. I got one gig out of it. So
Grinnell College.
Grinnell College, they booked me. But Pete had a real good one.
Sure.
So he had a year where he was just like, he did, I think, like 150 colleges.
There was always that somebody every year, a friend of ours or whoever, would be like, I went and I booked 90 colleges.
Yeah.
20 of them are in North Dakota, 20 of them are in South Dakota.
Totally.
20 of them are, and you just.
It's all regional.
They would leave for like what seemed like months.
And I think the going rate at that time, you'd make like 1,500 a show, 1,600 a show,
Good
something
cash.
like that. So Pete suddenly had a bunch of money. So he loaned us money.
Really?
Yeah, he loaned us money.
Pete Holmes, good guy.
No
Pete Holmes.
kidding. Shout out to Pete.
Shout out to Pete. If it wasn't for Pete, we wouldn't have made it in New York. You know?
No kidding.
And never asked for it back. Of course, we paid him back as soon as we could.
Let's clear the air there.
But so wonderful of him to lend us money and never ask for it back. He's like, I just have it sitting around. It might as well do something useful.
No kidding.
And really, really tough. And then my wife got a job working as a sort of assistant at a therapy place. And she made, it was like she was making like 30 grand. It was like our time in New York was really, really stressful because we couldn't afford to be here.
It is for everybody.
And
for
it
the
was
first, like 10 years.
And it was really tough on our relationship too. Like we weren't like we were in it together. It was like very stressful. And it wasn't until, and then Michael and Michael, suddenly we could afford rent and food. And then right after that show got canceled, I was like, oh, I really like acting, turns out. And so I went to LA and did the whole pilot season thing. Mm-hmm. Ended up getting on a show on TNT called Franklin and Bash, which you read.
Like, how many episodes? You did like 50 episodes of that or something, or 35.
They did 4 seasons, and I did 3 of them. And
so now we're cooking. Now we're making it look cash.
Now we're making cash.
Well,
so that's when I was like, okay, now I got money.
When that influx of cash, was there any stupid purchase? Maybe not even not like I'm not talking you bought anything small where you look back and you're like, I shouldn't even done that.
I'll tell you what it was.
Talk to us.
Right when I'd gotten the writing job and Michael have issues, I remember being like, all right, this is the first time I have money. Don't do anything stupid. You can't spend money on anything stupid. And Emily and I were at Best Buy at the time.
and
they had this Street Fighter gamepad. Like it had like Ryu on it. And I already had a gamepad, but I was like, oh, I kind of really want that one. And my wife was like, please get it. And so that was I remember buying it and feeling like such a luxury, you know. I've been a gamer my whole life, but all through Chicago and New York, I'd only let myself buy a game if I did. Like I was like, oh, I got a big show. I'm going to make, $700 doing this show. I'll treat myself.
Are you playing games now?
Yeah, I still play.
What do you have? Do you have a PlayStation or do you have one of those gaming computers?
I don't have a gaming computer. I have a PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch.
Okay. And you're playing them at home, sitting on the couch.
You don't have an assistant playing them for you or anything? Like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
Oh, you're playing the video games?
Yeah, I'm like Elon. I get a guy to play for me.
It's a guy playing right now.
Yeah. I'm fucking killing right now. Mortal Kombat. I'm ripping people's spines out right now.
And now, financially, we know you're doing pretty well. What's the spot like out in L.A.? We got a pool?
Yeah.
This is you don't need. This is what people tune in. I swear to God.
I
You're being a little modest.
do.
Is it one of those saltwater pools?
Yeah.
Do you have a beach entry, like you walk in, or is it stairs?
Stairs.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
You got a hot tub?
I got a hot tub attached.
Is
to
it connected?
It's connected.
A little fountain going in from the hot tub into the pool?
You got it.
It's just sort of a little bit of overflow.
No flames or anything.
What's the outside setup situation? Is there an island out there? Is there?
It's nice.
Yeah.
We just got it redone.
Is there an ice machine out there?
A what?
Is there an ice machine out there? You have an ice machine out there?
I don't have an ice machine out there.
You got a fridge out there?
No, not outside.
Really?
No. I've got a pool house that I've turned into a screening room in my office.
Okay.
And I got all my action figures in there.
That's a cool LA thing, the pool house, and then you're like, that's my office.
It's my spot.
Yeah, that's great. That's
Big
really
projector.
Cool. Yeah. I would do that.
I got.
That's pretty good.
People really want to know this stuff?
Yes.
Swear to God.
What do you mean?
Swear to God. This is genuinely what they tune in for.
Dead cats in Karachi? This is what we're living for, baby.
We're cutting
You
everything
made it
out.
out. You're here. You're killing it.
I got a nice, really nice setup. Like I got a bunch of friends who like smoking cigars, so I got like a nice cigar setup out there, like a
Cool.
bunch of couches, a fire pit in the middle. I've got a gym in the house, which is pretty amazing.
Awesome.
What's in the kitchen? You got Sub-Z, Viking. What are we doing?
Stainless steel appliances.
Stainless steel
I presume.
appliance. Again,
I don't.
Gentlemen.
I don't actually know what those are like the fancy ones.
Yeah.
Sub-Z and
Sub-Zero.
You don't got a whirlpool in there like a bozo, I would assume, right?
I don't know.
Not a
I mean,
Kenmore guy.
I don't. Honestly, the only I don't really care about like. I don't,
Sure.
I've got a Lexus. I don't really know about cars. I don't care about cars.
I have a Ferrari. I don't know if that's
No. But it was just very. Yeah,
I have a Lexus because I did a commercial for Lexus and they gave me a Lexus.
My man. That's how they do it?
Well, you can ask for it,
No kidding.
and they'll say yes.
Is that instead of the check or the check and the Lexus?
No, the offer comes in. They're like, you negotiate, and you're like, all right, you're gonna make this much money, and I'm like, well, can they throw in a car?
They got them laying
Can
around.
they throw in a car?
So then they did this. So
The 92, but still.
they're like, they'll throw in a car. They were like, what car do you want? And they just sent me the website. So I just picked the most expensive, all the things, not knowing, I know nothing about cars to this day, just the most expensive everything. And they were like, hey, great choice.
Yeah.
And then
Good for you.
Ship it. Let's
that
go.
car, then they were like, hey, so this happened in the pandemic, and I was like, actually, can I hold it off, because they give it to you for 3 years. It's a lease. And so as it was ending, they were like, if you wait another 4 months, there's a new model coming out that's going to be amazing. And so I was the first guy in North America to have this one specific car, this new model.
Let's go.
And they were like, I had 6 months before anybody else had that car. Now, the good thing about that car, it's a beautiful car. It's a luxury car. It's not a car that looks like a car that people are going to steal, Like, LA's got a lot of, like, I call them Grand Theft Auto cars, where you're like, you see that car, you're stealing that car.
Yeah, to get you at the gas station or something.
Yeah, this looks like a regular sedan.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's
You
the
get the
Lexus
inside.
is the gentleman. They're not flashy.
Gentleman's
They're nice.
move.
Gentleman's move. I respect it. How many suits do you think you own? You probably get a lot for you get dressed a lot
Award
and
shows
stuff like
and
that,
stuff?
awards and stuff like that. What do you think the number's at?
I think I probably have, because, you get those suits, but they take them back. Every now and then you can ask to keep them. I just threw out a bunch of suits because they don't fit me anymore.
You can wear a suit, by the way. You can wear the
can
hell
wear a
out
suit.
of a suit.
Oh, thank you.
Looks good in a suit.
I like wearing suits. I've got probably 8 or 9 suits.
It's not bad.
Tie?
Of course.
Yeah, I could tie.
You got a Lexus.
Yeah, write that down. Tie.
I just make a little mark.
But most of the suits that you see me wearing at things are not my suits. Every now and then I ask to keep, like, if I get a really nice tuxedo, I'm like, oh, can I keep this? And if you ask, like, most of the clothes, if you ask, like, not too often, they'll let you keep them. But the craziest thing, they gave me a Vacheron watch. Do you guys know watches?
Not really.
Okay. They gave me
If you would have dropped a brain, he would have known. He would have been like, I'm a huge watch guy.
look this up.
How do you spell it?
Vacheron. And
I know Rolex.
and then space, and then type in tourbillon. TOURBILLON. So they gave me, like,
What the heck?
just to wear for an event. Like, they were like, this is the watch, and I looked at it and I was like, I think this is very expensive. But that one I looked up was a $200,000 watch.
Did you have to give it back?
Yeah, of course.
I would have stole that.
No kidding.
Yeah, they know where that's going. They keep track of it.
Yeah, sure.
It comes with a sign-in sheet.
Who gives you that?
That company does.
Hollywood. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
my bad.
The mayor shows up, Karen Bass.
He got a big key.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean,
Well, yeah. So, listen, this is how I feel pretty. There are downsides to being known, but there are a lot of upsides, and not having to, like, worry about money is a huge one of them. For years I was like, I'll never do anything for money. Then I did some stuff for money, and then now I'm like, I won't do anything for money again because
Sure.
now I don't care. Like, doing Broadway, it doesn't pay nothing like movies and TVs do. Like, nothing. But I'm like, I want to do this. I feel like I've got enough set up that I'm like, I don't need to worry about this.
Yeah.
My wife and I, we don't have kids.
Yeah.
We don't have those
And chilling.
expenses. We don't spend a lot of money. We have, like, pretty normal lives.
What was the last vacation you two went on?
We try and go on a vacation every year out of the country. But
We're doing it up. We're doing it nice. Four Seasons, the
Yeah.
Ritz.
You gotta do it big.
Good, gentlemen.
yeah,
You
we're
got no
doing
kids. You got some cash. You got to spend it on vacation. That's where you
Yeah,
spend it.
that's where we spend
You
it.
flying up front?
Got to. What?
I'm just saying it's going to be
Is
quite.
it Delta Comfort? I mean,
Delta Comfort Plus, middle seat.
What's the credit score like?
what is he, an asshole?
Yeah, so that's where we spend money. This year we had to cancel vacation because of work, and like this year I had to work in. Not had to. I was lucky working in London, but that doesn't really count.
Sure.
Our last trip that we did, I'm trying to think where we went last year. Oh, we went to Indonesia and Singapore.
Back to that Toys R Us. I mean, listen, I got all I think I need.
Yeah.
I have one question, just pure American culture: Pizza Hut or Domino's, and why? If you had, obviously, you're keeping it tight. You're in good
I
shape.
think
for your life.
for me, Pizza Hut, when you got that, like, on the pan where it's like, it's almost like the crust is fried.
Yeah, it's like buttery.
Yeah, it's like buttery and crispy. I think I actually love both Domino's and Pizza Hut, but I think Pizza Hut, just because it was also the first, like, Grinnell had a Pizza Hut, go all the time, eat the Pizza Hut buffet,
Yeah, of
Is that still going on?
They're bringing they're
trying to
bringing
bring
it
it back.
they're bringing it back.
That was. You know what's really good pizza here? Well, you guys tell me. What's good pizza here? Because my wife and I want to go, but we want to go to like a nice. I
You
don't
want to go
want
and sit down?
I want to go and sit down
So
and
you
have
know,
like
John's on Bleecker. Go to John's on Bleecker.
It's a
sit
nice
down.
sit
you
down.
You want the best. You can't sit down there, but you want the best pizza in New York City right now. Chrissy's Pizza in Greenpoint.
Really good.
Greenpoint.
Best
Yeah.
pizza in New York City.
We'll get you if you want. We'll get you. He's a buddy of ours. We'll get you set up over
Honestly, the best.
Also-
Started making them during the pandemic.
there. Yeah, it's crazy.
Killing it.
Crazy good.
Had a pop up over at Superiority Burger. Opened up a brick and mortar place out in Greenpoint. Lines are around the block.
Okay.
Sells out
All
every
right.
day.
That's
really,
great.
really good, like takeaway pies. I'm a big fan of Ruby Rosa down in the Lower East Side. It's
Okay.
fantastic.
I can get there. I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
get
yeah,
there.
yeah. I mean, listen, got a little bit of dirt under the fingernails. He's a classy guy.
I mean, he's all class.
Classy guy.
Are you peeing in the shower?
No.
Brush your teeth in there?
Every now and then. I don't pee in the pool.
You don't pee in the pool.
I don't pee in the pool. I don't pee outside. Here's one. Get this.
Don't pee
I
in the
use the
ocean.
toilet.
I sit down to pee at my house.
Really?
I don't stand up to pee. I don't want that splashing around. That's my home. That's my castle. I'm not too proud to sit down and pee. Yeah.
Gentlemen.
I'm seeing a lot
I
of.
get. I mean, listen. I got to be honest with you.
You got his and her sinks at the house?
Yeah.
This guy's class.
Yeah.
Of course he does.
Hollywood.
He's out there.
You know what that
Lake.
is? They're
Why-
talking Tinseltown.
Here's the thing. Whenever we try and do, like here in my apartment, even with hotels, we try and do 2 bathrooms. We try and keep it separate. We don't fart in front of each other. We don't.
Keep it spicy.
Yeah, we keep it
I
spicy.
like it.
There's like a real separation.
Do you have a place here and a place up there? Just a house in LA.
just a house in LA? We're just at like a.
Any investment properties, anything like that?
No.
Well, Bitcoin.
No, I don't do the market. I don't understand that stuff. I feel like I shouldn't have money that I don't think I've earned. And again, I've done some things where I'm like,
That ain't me.
I
You comfortable with this?
It scares me too much.
Sure.
I don't understand
It's like
it.
you're. Yeah.
I don't
get it.
understand investing. I don't understand buying a property. I just am like, I don't understand it, and I don't want to.
I'm right there with it. I don't.
You buy
understand
low,
anything.
sell high.
This is too complicated.
Listen, we'll talk after. I'll get you in with my guy. He's sitting right here.
You got so many hookups. Chrissy's Pizza. You got this guy.
I can get you a slice of pizza and someone to lose your money if you want.
Gang, he's on Broadway right now. Oh, Mary.
Yes,
He's
sir.
got a special coming out in December with Hulu.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
You
called.
got a bunch of projects coming up.
Yeah, it's called Night Thoughts. I'm in the next season of Fallout, which is a show also coming
No
out
way.
in December. Have you seen that show?
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's so good.
Yeah. Goggins.
I got a couple episodes in there. I've got a movie coming out called Ella McKay, which is a James L. Brooks movie with Woody Harrelson, Jimmy Lee Curtis. It's a great cast.
Killing it.
And yeah, just doing Oh Mary now for another month
Buddy,
and a half.
we
Love
love
it,
it. We
man.
couldn't be more happy
Yeah,
for you.
Such a fun time.
You're one of the absolute best. We love you, and thank you so much for coming
Oh,
in.
thanks for
Yeah.
having me, guys.
Kippy,
Thank
what do you got for them?
Guys, the fall tour starts up in September in Portland, San Francisco, Seattle, and LA. Get your tickets. Those shows will sell out. We love you, and we'll see you out there.
Kumail, we love you, buddy.
Man, appreciate it.
Gang, we love you, and we'll see you next week. Peace.